Hello, my faithful followers. How are you? Yeah, I'm doing quite well, despite the fact the weather is not so great. But anyway, what can you do, right? Alright, so we have another pretty exciting weekend of boxing ahead of us. So let's start. Yeah, alright, Saturday. First, we got a long-awaited grudge match between Amir Khan and Kell Brook. Yeah. Hmm. So this is, I guess, at welterweight, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good choice. I think both guys, they were like punching above their weight, definitely at 154, Kell Brook, and I mean 160. I mean, both have fought. Kell Brook fought Golovkin at 160, which was a mistake, it turned out, despite the fact that he did well at first, the first 4 rounds, but he was taken out rather easily in the fifth. And of course, Amir Khan got knocked, the fuck out by Canelo Alvarez, also at 160. So finally, this fight was actually supposed to happen like somewhere in 10 years ago or something, I think 2012 or whatever. But now it's finally happening. I think it will be a nice close, like a close down of their respective careers. Right, let's see. I know Amir Khan is 36 and Kell Brook is 35. Still, alright. Or actually, no, I think Amir Khan is also 35. Sorry. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. He just turned 35 in December. Alright. So, they are about, well, almost equal. I guess they are equal in height. 5'8", or actually, Kell Brook is 5'9". And even though Khan was earlier, I remember, reported to be 5'10", he's actually just under 5'9". Hmm. That's strange. I don't know really. BoxRec sometimes they make mistakes with this, but anyway, both guys are about equally tall, and Amir Khan has, I think, the reach advantage. Yeah, 2 inches. He's always looked very like rangy, like long limbed. So yeah, Khan hasn't had a fight actually since July 2019. He stopped Billy Deep, who was already, washed up fighter. But Kell Brook has fought. His last fight was in November 2020, but he was stopped by Terence Crawford in 4 rounds. Before that, he also had a fight in February when he won against Mark DeLuca by knockout in 7. Well, I don't know really. It's hard, to really know where they both stand. But I would guess that Kell Brook, even though he was stopped by Crawford, even though he's no longer prime, of course, I think I would say that he is the one to be favored still. Because, not less because he has fought in the last 2 years, and also because he simply has looked better than Amir Khan in the later years. And Khan was also stopped by Crawford in 2019, actually. Yeah, before that, between that and the Alvarez knockout, he won 2 fights against decent opposition. Yeah, but he hasn't really beaten anybody of note for a while. Last time was in 2015 when he decision Chris Algieri. Yeah, so he's been on and off. He hasn't had a fight. Didn't have a fight for a year after Canelo fight also. So yeah, this fight is for 12 rounds. Hmm. So this is the since Khan is from Lancashire, this is in Manchester. So I guess he will have the home advantage. The crowd will be mostly on his side, I think. Brooke is a Sheffield boy, and well, they have rather different styles. Yeah, of course. Khan is more like aggressive. He throws a lot of punches and usually wears his opponents out, with constant attacking, constant punching, and volume punching most of the time. He's not, yeah, I mean, maybe as a welterweight he has some power, but he's still not a really big puncher there either. While Brook is, of course, I mean, he's even knocked out Sergey Rabchenko at 154 in only 2 rounds, which was very impressive. So he's definitely the puncher in this fight, yeah. Yeah, I don't think this fight will go distance. I think there is a good chance that it won't go distance. But however, it depends on the Brook, if how damaged he is after that loss to Crawford, how much he has left. Because if he turns out to be, really shot or washed up, then of course this can go anyway, either way. It can well go the distance, but I trust it will be a really good fight because these guys, as most of you know, don't have any love for each other. This is a rivalry that's really lasted like a decade or even more, perhaps. Yeah. So it's good to finally see it, being settled. So anyway, as I said, they are very different. Brook is more like a guy who patiently waits for his openings and he's a good with the jab. He definitely jabs more than Khan, I would say. Well, Khan throws a lot of left and right hooks and stuff like that. Yeah, I think my prediction is that Kell Brook will actually most likely take out Amir Khan and somewhere in the seventh or the eighth round, probably. I believe because Khan hasn't fought for so long, when he did fight the last time, he beat the guy who was just completely shot, yeah. Even though he looked good in that fight, he definitely didn't look good against a good opponent for a long time. So that's the problem with Khan. All right. So that was my prediction finally on that. Oh, it took up so much time. All right. Then we have a heavyweight showdown also with Arslanbek Mahmudov, a really exciting heavyweight contender. I don't want to say prospect, more like a contender who is fresh still. And he's fighting Mariusz Wach from Poland. Yeah. Wach, I think should just retire now. I mean, he's just been through so many fights, hard fights, and has taken some heavy punishment. He's 42 years old. And I have no doubt that Mahmoudov will just kind of steamroll right over him because he's not that much shorter. He's like almost 6'6", Mahmoudov. He's a really formidable puncher, offensive fighter. And he stopped four of his last opponents in one round, and he scored all in all like 10 first round stoppages out of 13. So all of his victories are by knockout. So and only one guy has lasted actually past the third round against him, Jonathan Rice. That was his seventh round stoppage. So yeah, this fight is also in Montreal, where Bakhmudov is based, and I can see this fight going like 5, 6 rounds, maybe seven. I don't think it's gonna go more than that. In all right, like maybe in the how do you say it the most in the worst case, let's say the eighth round, maybe. Because I don't see Wah being able to put up much of a fight against this new Tiger, who is 10 years old younger, you know, and such a knockout artist. But we'll see. Some of these guys sometimes have a tendency to underperform when they are really, because he's alright. He beat Erkan Tepper in his last fight, but Tepper is now, of course, he's been proven as a just hype job. And Samuel Peter, and he's beaten guys who are who are either never that good or haven't been that for a while. This guy. So this is his first test, like a true test. But I think that he will do well, that he will impress, because I've seen him fight, and this guy really, has got the goods, This guy is really not a joke. So this fight, I think, will end like, yeah, as I said, 5, 6, maybe 7 rounds. Another knockout, yay! All right, and then we have, yeah, Zaur Abdullah versus Jorge Linares. Yeah, that's I really don't know why this guy Linares also keeps fighting. He doesn't have anything left to win, right? And he's facing a guy like Abdullah. But I'm not gonna really predict that fight, because then this video would be just too long. I think Abdullah is. Let me put it this way, just a short prediction. He will very likely win the fight, because Linares is just obviously, finished as a prime fighter. He can still give a good fight, and he lasted the distance against Haney, which I didn't exactly expect, but still, yeah. All right, and then finally the big fight at 160. Well, rather big. We got Jamie or Jaime Munguia. One of my favorite fighters, yeah, especially among younger fighters. So he's fighting Demetrius Ballard, who I really know nothing about. But he's 21-0-1, and they are of the same height actually. But this guy Ballard is obviously a technical fighter. He's got 13 KOs in 21, but he hasn't really stopped anyone worth a damn. And he won I think, his most challenging fight so far by on points. So yeah, he had a little, well, tougher maybe fight than usual against Gabriel Rosado last time, but he still won, comfortably. And other than that, he stopped everyone at 160. Yeah, so this guy is just so impressive. Like he's like a train. Yeah, a freight train just running over everybody. He's got terrific talents, this kid, really, terrific offensive talents. Yeah. So, and he's tall and, for everything. He's got all the best tools. I mean, all the physical tools, anyway. So this fight, yeah. I mean, I think I also lean towards a stoppage victory here because this guy Ballard, he's got a 3-star rating on BoxRec, and his biggest fight against Yamaguchi Falcao, he fought to a draw. So yeah, so he doesn't have anything that comes close to the record of Munguia. Well, I don't know when this stoppage will come. It can come anywhere between like the first and the, yeah, 12th round. So yeah, I'm not gonna really, but most likely somewhere in between. Yeah, I think he will manage to stop him before the 10th round. Anyway, yeah. I mean, he was able to stop Gary O'Sullivan in 11 rounds. I mean, that's really it's not something anybody can do. Yeah, that's right. So that would be all, I think, for this time. And thank you for watching and following me, and see you. Bye bye.